What's up, guys? It's your boy Vince Ryder, and happy 4th of July. I just got back from San Francisco. It was fun, pretty much kind of cold there, which is expected because it's close to the ocean. And I'm back here, Santa Cruz, and pretty much it's hot as hell. But yeah, it's your boy. And yep, this is just me. First, I want to introduce to this series. Hello, this is the series, and it's got to be called VinzTalk. I have a podcast with my boy Stefan, and it's called the VinzTalk Podcast. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why not make Vince Talk, where I talk about animation and pretty much whatever is happening in my life, mostly animation, but or maybe stuff that happened in Webtoon, some Webtoons I read, probably some books I read, and whatever content that usually is what the majority of my audience is into. And that's what I like to do. I like to please my audience and create something that is kind of like a part of me and also part of like what this demographic holds. So yeah, I guess I just had to put this in the list of different contents that I want to make. But other than that, I just feel like I still make Skate with Vince. And by the way, speaking of Skate with Vince, the last episode of Skate with Vince will be tonight, probably somewhere around the same time. And I'm probably going to put this within that same video as well. But I just decided that I really want to make this series because, not a lot of people really cared about me when it comes to the skateboarding or stuff that I do outside of Webtoon or something, which, it is what it is. But it's kind of like skateboarding is just a part of something that I do. But also there's many aspects of urban sports, not just skateboarding, but also dancing. And I feel like breakdancing, which is another thing that I do, is slowly coming back, and it's coming back bigger, and it's going to be kind of like a life-changing experience going on within breaking and breakdance culture. So I decided that, what, I'm just going to have a second channel. And this second channel, pretty much I already advertise it in one of my Let's Reads, like, hey, go to, but if you haven't heard about it yet, this second channel is basically just me doing gaming. It's called Gaming and Street Culture. The street culture means just the sports, not the street culture like I'm going to the hood and do like a vlog. Of course, I'm not going to do that. But it's just me, like, it's gaming, and also just me skateboarding or dancing or reacting to dancing, and just something surrounding that area. And it's stuff that has nothing to do with Webtoon, has nothing to do with reading. It's a channel that is also like something that I don't necessarily keep up with, honestly, because I put it whenever I want to put some videos. And I'm planning to do some big stuff with it, especially due to the amount of free time, especially for the summer break, that I wanted to actually make some content that I feel comfortable. Here's the thing. Oh gosh, the second channel, I almost said Skate with Vince. The second channel, in this channel, here's the thing. There's certain people, or maybe certain types of people that I don't feel comfortable showcasing this channel, which is Vince Ryder, which it shouldn't be the fact at all. I'm totally, cool with anybody like discovering it. Like, hey, I found out about your channel. Like, okay, that's cool. But there's just certain, like, I don't know, like, for example, my parents, if they ever found out about my channel, because I never told them about my channel, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to yet, but if they ever find out about my channel, I'll tell them, or pretty much hear like, hey, are you making YouTube videos, or like, what are you recording for, or something like that, if they ask, if they're that suspicious. I would show them my second channel, which is gaming, which is pretty much called Vince Plus, and it's a gaming and also involves me doing dancing and all that. And I'll just show them that. Like, yeah, here it is. Here's my channel. And they're like, oh, so this is what you do. And here's the thing. Some people may think that I'm kind of paranoid about my parents finding out. I literally showed them. There was this one video that I showed them, and it was basically for a project, for an essay. And it was just me it was something astronomy related. So I was talking about planets or whatever. And it was a 2-minute video, and I had to make it perfect because I want to get a good grade. And they literally freaked out over that. They freaked out over me reading because, of course, I'm good at reading. What can I say? But also the fact that I skidded this video pretty well, and it's just me talking about space and also my personality within this video, and they're like completely blown away. I think they said something like, "Oh, you should be a teacher or a YouTube or art or like an anchorman or something like that." And it's literally no big deal. It's just like, but all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, you should send this to your grandma and to all like." And I have a big family, so she was like, "Oh, my mom was like, send it to your mom to all your aunties and uncles and cousins." And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that because it's literally just me. It's a video of me doing an essay. I'm just like, it's not a big deal. It's literally not. But I guess to them it is because they see something through me. But what they don't know, or what my parents don't know, is that I've been doing this for years. I've been making content or having this personality of being, I guess, show ready and also performing in a big audience, which I technically do with my videos. And that's what I'm prepared for years. Like I've been starting YouTube for ever since like 014 or whenever I got my first iPhone is when I started doing YouTube videos. But yeah, it's just that it's one of those things that I have to be prepared for. And I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I actually want people to really know me other than just me, reading romances. There's another aspect of me, especially how I look. It just feels like it's more fitting to make a second channel to be safe for that. And that's why I also decided to actually put my other series, which is called Skate with Vince, on my other channel, because I feel more comfortable having that in my other channel than I is here. And the thing is that I feel like that I do want to actually, give you guys the content that you subscribe for this channel for. It's not necessarily for skateboarding or for dancing or stuff but if you want some of that, it is in my second channel. And that's why I'm basically organizing different aspects of content for my two channels. And I don't know, it's just some of it in my head. I'm thinking like it could be an experiment or it could be like, no, this is something that I feel like is the right choice. And whenever, like, especially people that, are curious of what I do, not a lot of people would care, like, if at all, if they see what I do when it comes to reading something. Like, for example, my stepbrother, I don't feel comfortable for him to know what I do in terms, like, of me reading romances and stuff like that. He doesn't even know I'm bi at all, so that's another thing that would actually freak him out, or not freak him out. He would be accepting, but then again, I have no idea because I'm a normal person. I just so happen to be, LGBT bi. And if he finds out, I don't know what he would say. I'm not sure what it is because a lot of times, I mean, my stepbrother always sees me as basically the skateboarding kid and the person that is always like, I guess in some cases, real to the culture, if that makes sense. And yeah, I do because that's what I do physically, as an exercise, pretty much. But there's a personal thing that I love doing, which is, anime and doing let's reads and reading books. And that's something that the majority of my family, especially my parents, don't know they have no idea if I do that at all. They have no idea what I'm even doing when it comes to these let's reads that has like thousands of, views. They don't know anything about that. So I'm trying to really separate different contents, but also there's a part of me where I'm kind of worried that, Vince Plus, the second channel, might not do well. It depends because I don't really have the biggest kind of like subscriber base, but when I do, I do actually want to put some of it in my other channel. It's one of those situations and things I have to think about beforehand where I'm like, what do I feel comfortable with? Because my second channel, it was supposed to be like a channel that is like, it was supposed to replace, because I actually, before my other YouTube channel got terminated, which is, pretty much just called Vince Writer instead of Vince Writer 2.0. And it was like terminated. And then, I have another channel called DJ Vinzel. And I guess the DJ Vinzel that is right now is called Vince Plus, and that's my second channel. It's also separated by different things. Like in this channel, I'm subscribed to a lot of gaming and also anime content. But also in my other channel, I'm subscribed to a lot of skateboarding and also dance and I guess street and hip hop content in my other channel. So it's kind of surrounding those areas. And I feel like I'm just organizing stuff. There's more aspects and there's more reason to it. I'm not even sure if I answer my own questions. Like there's a reason why, like, stuff like that. I'm just kind of like off the Like I'm not really organized when it comes to these kind of like Vince talks, and this is just the first one. But also, yeah, the last skate with Vince is going to be in a couple of minutes, or I'm not sure if I'm going to upload it today or tomorrow, but yeah, it depends. Whatever you're watching this, if you ever see it. But shouts to the ones that actually subscribe to my second channel. I know for a fact that there's not a lot of people. They just came for the Let's Reads, and that's what, that's why I pretty much put out there. But I would really like it if people really find out what else I do other than webtoon and other than the stuff, because it's something that, that this, fandom that I pretty much am growing fuels me to actually be more active and be more physical, like in a sense of giving me energy. Like pretty much the love that I get is my almost like my energy drink. And for those that don't know who I am, actually, there's a lot of aspects of who I am, but one of them is me that I'm pretty much, I'm the type of person that usually doesn't like to sit around. I'm very an active and moving person. Like I love to get, exercise and pretty much working out. And I also like to dance and express myself artistically, and I love that kind of aspect, especially with webtoon, the way I commentate and read. I love that artistic value that I get to put a little bit of my flavor of what I put in, and especially with my dancing and also with my skateboarding. I love to just do a lot of tricks. I just love to actually move and just listen to music and bump it, and also just vibe. And I guess that's the kind of energy that I put in. The same thing, the energy that I put in my Let's Reads. Whenever I do my Let's Reads, I always see myself as an athlete, honestly. An artistic athlete, a reader, that is very focused, but an athlete. I have my waters, I have my energy drinks, some, depending on how many reads I'm gonna have to get done. And whenever I'm done, I actually, lay down, pretty much take a rest and, just drink water. And then I go on the next Let's Read. Then I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this. I'm about to put my energy. And, even though that's most of the time I lay on bed, actually, when I read this stuff. But that's who I am. And hopefully this makes sense. I think I don't even know how to give an introduction of this channel. I have a hard time really explaining or introducing or stuff like that. I always kind of need help with it. That's why when it comes down to sharing who I am, I always need at least my friends there to actually explain, like, pretty much to give you a much more emphasis of, who I am. But other than that, yeah, that's just what I want to share. But yeah, go to my second channel, and pretty much this is where I'm just going to share stuff, and there's going to be some gameplay. The gameplays are not important, but it's just something to add so that you have something to look at. But also another reason why I had my second channel is because the whole Skate with Vince thing is, me talking about skateboarding is a little tiring, because I already spend like a good amount of like 20 or 10 minutes, and especially mentally, that, of me thinking about the first topics, which is, about animation and also what's going on in my life. And just putting Skate with Vince kind of feels like it's just not worth it. And I feel like just putting it separately, just to make things easier, I guess, just to make it more compact. But these series are supposed to be my podcast series, stuff that I just want to talk. And I love talking. So yeah, let's just talk. That's all I want to put out there. Also, another thing, and pretty much I'm already done with, me talking about my second channel. I can go on days about it, and especially ideas, since I haven't really put much in there. But yeah, just subscribe and please support the other channel. It would mean a lot. And there's this experiment that I want to really fuel of my dancing stuff. Usually doesn't get a lot of views at all, but I also want to see like if I can get a little bit of support, because I got no support on my other channel and no fandoms at all. And but I actually do want to make it grow, because when it comes to making a channel that is part of like street cultures, it doesn't do well on YouTube, honestly. Like, it doesn't do well. When I'm talking about, breakdancing and stuff like that, because that's what that other channel is for, is that it just I usually never get any views out there. And I've been there before. I used to have a channel, like when I did gameplays, and pretty much it would get like at least, like the bestest would be 3 views of video. But now since I'm in this, timeline of me actually progressing and actually, working up, getting more views and trying to advance and actually just basically growing and progressing as time goes on, I do want to elevate that within my other channel and see where that leads to. and hopefully it's just something personally that I want to do. So yeah. Other than that, let's talk about the part where I actually got back from the dentist, because I do want to talk about that. And basically, I just got back from the dentist like a couple of days ago. I never thought that it would be that expensive to repair your teeth. Because for those that don't know, when I was living in the Philippines, the dental repairs and all that were kind of cheap compared to here. It didn't even cost like $1,000. Like I never thought that, fillings in your teeth here in America is just like that. It's like what, in the thousands. It's in the grands. At some point it was almost at the 2000s. So I don't know what to do with that. I know for a fact that my teeth need some repairing and need some filling. Even my dentist, I get this weird feeling that my dentist, when they saw my teeth and they saw the progress, or what, not the progress, they saw the failure of my teeth and just how it is. They're basically like, I can just feel that they're disappointed, because like, I haven't been in a dentist ever since it's been like 3 years. Like, yeah, pretty much the cost is the issue, but also like you can't be blaming me. I feel like he's blaming me, which, yeah, I guess part of it is my fault, because I'm supposed to eat healthy. Like I brush my teeth every day and floss, but I wasn't gonna fight him on that. Okay, I was just just taking care of my teeth normally, and I brush every meal. But I guess that's not enough. I don't know. I just got back from the dentist. It wasn't satisfying. I knew what the results are going to be. I thought it was going to be worse, but yeah, that was just like, and I have to pay that much. Are you serious? So I'm in this thought in my head, like, okay, should I pay that much? Like, is this really a good idea? I don't know. Like that's where I'm stuck with right now. Other than that, away from the dentist, and I pretty much just got back home after that. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I did, but that's pretty much one of the things I did, I guess. I got back. I just went to the library, and I just bought a couple of books. They put seats back, which is something that I never thought would come back at all. Like I literally thought they wouldn't have seats or have anyone staying, but it feels like things are just slowly opening. I remember going to San Francisco. There was at least there was a lot of people wearing masks, but there was like a good amount not wearing masks. And it just feels like, especially the security wasn't wearing masks, and there was a lot of security for some reason, especially the mall I went to in Westfield, which if you're in San Francisco, you probably know where that is, or in California. But yeah, just like, fewer and fewer masks were coming. I mean, there was a lot of people, so I pretty much had to put my mask because there was just way too much. And also the air was pretty bad in that area in Westfield. So of course I had to, be safe in that sense, not just people and not just COVID, but of course, like just other things, other elements. And yeah, I've been hearing the story surrounding the whole Free Britney movement. And it was the first time I heard about this word called conservatorship. And yeah, I've been looking into it and pretty much seeing other people's opinions and their approach on the situation. And it's pretty unfortunate. I remember I used to have friends that, they were pretty strict, and they were actually like, what was this? Like somewhere like after high school that I used to have friends that pretty much, and this is kind of a little personal, because I remember hearing the whole conservatorship, like it's pretty horrible. And it feels almost close to home because I know a couple people that go through that. Maybe not in the word conservatorship, but also in the sense of strictness. And also, and a lot of times I kind of feel like conservatorship because, here I am living with my parents and I'm supposed to be out there. But I can't imagine having it worse than, Brittany actually not having anything. And also having the father actually just, making like Brittany like an actual like slave, I heard, like at least in her words. But yeah, it's just a very sad situation. Knowing that, pretty much there is like, a lot of people that really support her, and that's a good thing. But that has to be like, especially how unexpected. And in my head, when I heard about the thing first, I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, come on, they can, like, Britney has all the money, but all that money is not going to her. It's actually going like, and she can't have like a lawyer. She can't have like, a baby, a boyfriend, or a husband. So just all this strictness stripped away, like, it's stripped around her, basically. I don't know the word, but yeah, it's such an unfortunate, especially how I never heard a lot of this like from Britney, but ever since like whatever like what was the situation? I forget what the timeline, but it was something that the papers that Britney signed to actually make her as in conservatorship. So there's more into it, but I'm not really a profession. I don't know the exacts, and I can't really analyze any of this because I'm basically like a loose, and I gotta be careful what I say and stuff like that because I just don't know. At least in the moment, I always have these times whenever I record. After I record, I know for a fact that I'm gonna be like, oh, I know now because I just got done recording and from an uncomfortable seat because right now my back is hurting and but yeah, that's pretty much, I just had to give at least a mention of what's going on out there and news wise. And pretty much I'm supposed to have a bunch of other news and other bunch of stuff in this, which is another segment that I'm trying to get good at. But when it comes to news and whatever, it's like when it comes to basically addressing what's going on out there, it's just like, that's not my profession. I'm not CNN, and whenever something does happen to the point where it's big, and the whole Free Britney movement is big enough for me to actually talk about that people are familiar with, it's just something that I just can't be silent of because it's just very unfortunate. And that's just something I want to share. Other than that, let's go into Tooncast. And thank goodness that I can only talk about this one, like these couple of, it's one topic with a bunch of other topics, but at least I don't have to, bring in, force myself to actually bring, Escape with Vince, because I feel like that's supposed to be is separate. Like, I have no idea how tired I was. Like, literally, there was a lot of, like, multitasking, me playing the game and also really talking. But now I can make it easier by just talking about just, the topics one by one instead of really trying to, improvise, and which I still do, but it's a bit more easier when it comes down to VinzTalk. So yeah, I just watched Wish Dragon. I did a review of it. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people don't even know, where's the review or even seen it because it only has 2. It probably has more. I don't know. Time moves on to see how much views it gets. But for some reason, I literally almost teared up when reviewing that because I just got done watching the movie, and when I was really thinking about it, that movie like hits home, especially me being Asian now, and especially how like I was seeing this person that was almost like it was almost seeing myself. So maybe that was it. But there was pretty much more and more personal stuff that actually hit home, but I don't know why I teared up actually even reviewing it. I did not even tear up at all when I watching the movie. I was shocked. And there were some moments where it was like very heartwarming, but I don't know. I really do like Wish Dragon. I really enjoy that movie, and I, really recommend a lot of people, especially for those that are watching this, definitely watch Wish Dragon. It is so worth it. Next up, I actually did watch another Netflix animation, which was called Eden, and this one I just only watched the first episode. And pretty much it's a story about, how a little girl is raised by robots. And there is literally no humans around the world. So it's a dystopia kind of like animation. I feel like it is anime in some sorts, but it's like 3D anime. It's like 3D animation. I don't know if you would count that, but it's a 3D CGI anime, something like that. And it's pretty good. I really like the design of the animation, and I really do like the characters, and also it's such a another heartwarming series that I enjoyed, and I watched this like really late, so and especially how I watched Wish Dragon after that, because for some reason my sleep has been getting bad, and I've been staying up so late, like up lately, pretty much, especially this last week. Next up, I did see this whole thing going on in the internet about Space Jam 2. Not just the controversy surrounding Lola and also Le Pew, but I've been seeing a bunch of clips surrounding Porky Pig rapping, which that wasn't the first time that Looney Tunes had rap. I mean, I guarantee that maybe Looney Tunes probably has some rap references, but one of the rap references before that was Bugs Bunny in Robot Chicken. If anybody is old enough to remember Robot Chicken, pretty much an old school, like kind of like it involves of claymation. And also there is this part in Robot Chicken where Bugs Bunny was doing an 8 Mile, like pretty much doing an 8 Mile skit, but it is involved of Bugs Bunny, which is very memorable. A lot of references could be done when it comes down to 8 Mile, and that is just the pinpoint of it. But this one, which is Space Jam 2, and I don't know, like I remember seeing this whole Porky Pig like rap thing. It was funny. There was some truth to it, but it was so cringy. Like there was just something like I know that rap is popular, but you have to put it like something in this kind of like territory. Like there's no way of doing it well. Even though if you did it well, it would still be cringy. I'm gonna be honest, it'd still be cringy. I don't even listen to much rap at all. I think the last kind of rap I listened to was yesterday, or maybe pretty much earlier. Was this it was something from Nipsey, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, that and it was pretty much a guitar beat with a featuring Mustard, but it was beautiful. Like it was like what was the lyrics? Where's your man's at? Rap bold buddies when the band's at. We got old ways. We exposed that, something like that. It's like it's pretty much a classic, and it was in the guitar beat. But I haven't listened to rap recently. Back like before, this, pretty much or before 2019, I was listening to a lot of rap. But yeah, I don't know why. I just don't feel like, or maybe I'm not really in the mood to actually listen to any rap, and there wouldn't be any point because I just feel like I'm growing, and I just, I'm never going away from my favorite soundtracks or favorite songs, especially stuff that's from Logic or J. Cole. But yeah, rap is just sort of away from me, and maybe that's why I was a little turned off when I saw the whole Porky Pig rap scene in Space Jam, battle rapping against like some ESPN personalities. I'm still questioning like who's who's the other people, and the movie haven't even started yet. I heard, but yeah, that's pretty much what I witnessed, and other people will agree with me. Like, yeah, that is kind of cringy. Like a lot of people would agree. And other than that, yeah, last thing in the animation department, is, at least in Tooncast, that I want to talk about is surrounding Miraculous. And if you know me, I'm a huge fan of Miraculous Ladybug, and also I do reviews of it whenever there's a new episode coming out. I'm not sure if there is right now as I'm recording this, but the finale is supposed to come. The finale is supposed to actually, be here to actually, I haven't seen it yet. But there was some analysis or, the synopsis for the finale, from what I heard, has been revealed or leaked. So, yeah, there is going to be a finale pretty soon, which I'm like, really? That's not even, we haven't reached to that much episodes yet. But then again, I'm not sure what is the extent episodes when it comes to Miraculous Ladybug. I think I heard like, one of the seasons had like, would have like episode 26 in each one, but I wouldn't know. I'm surprised that we're already like talking about, the season finale when the other episodes haven't come out yet, like Sentai Bubbler, or other episodes, maybe 3 of them before the finale, which I'm still waiting for. And I probably should organize my list for the, all the reviews. And especially, I forgot to actually catch up on, like, reviewing Furious Fu, like other ones. But I didn't really like Furious Fu or the other, episodes. I feel like I should. But then again, a lot of these videos don't get a lot of views. So that's just all up to me, honestly. But when there is a new episode for Miraculous Ladybug, pretty much I am going to review it and talk about it. And it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to review it and actually put a batch load and make a freaking novel of my own notebook just to talk about it. Because whenever these episodes drop, I just have to make a huge amount of notes just to talk about it, to make it at least a decent and somewhat little shorter. And when I mean short, I mean 30 minutes at least review. But other than that, that's all I want to say. I just want to talk about my second channel animation stuff and whatever's going on out there. But hope you guys enjoy. Hope you subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. And yeah, farewell, Skateboard Vince. It's going to be a good time with just making things easier like this. And it feels refreshing that I don't have to really, like, okay. Like, pretty much I'm always tired whenever I talk about, skateboarding because I skateboard every day. And it's just like, do I have to add this? Like, can I just take a break? Like, I don't know. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe. Happy 4th of July. And peace.